Being anxious isn't bad at all, but it starts to get bad when it affects your daily life. In fact, fear is good and helps you to see danger in all kinds of situations. For example, it's important that we realize that we cannot just cross the highway without looking out. Without fear, we would just do that. However, anxiety can also take over our lives and can manifest itself in many different ways. In this video, we are going to talk about morning anxiety and how to manage stress when you wake up. Do you wake up in the morning feeling restless or overwhelmed, experiencing racing thoughts, upset stomach, tense muscles, higher than normal heart rate, or maybe having difficulty breathing? If so, you are not alone. Many people experience morning anxiety. It's very stressful because it tends to start your day off on a negative note. Feeling anxious in the morning is something common for people with and without anxiety disorder. You may get up really tired with the feelings of nervousness and inability to get up and start the day. Some people experience anxiety immediately after waking up, or it tends to build over the first hour upon awakening. But why does morning anxiety happen? The most common reason that people experience anxiety in the morning is because they experience stress throughout the day. Worrying about everything you need to do during the day, work, appointments, relationships, school, can contribute to the morning anxiety. Another reason is sleeping problems. Those that aren't sleeping well tend to wake up with more anxiety because their body is not recovered from the previous day. But a biological process plays a role too. This is called the cortisol awakening response. Cortisol is known as the stress hormone because it's involved in the body's response to stress. But let's be clear, cortisol is a good thing in the right amounts at the right times. Its function is to help you get alert and perform at the moments that really matter. Like if you are playing sports, cortisol helps you get pumped up and play hard. It can also help you to finish your deadline for work. Cortisol secretion is typically peaking between 30 and 45 minutes after awakening. Even for people without high levels of stress, cortisol levels are generally highest after waking up. This is a healthy cortisol circadian rhythm. But if you are overly stressed and go to bed worrying about everything you have to do tomorrow, your body will produce more cortisol. As a result, the peak of cortisol level is going to be higher than usual and can make you feel more anxious in the morning. Some people wake up to panic attacks or even feel like they are about to have one. Morning anxiety is also self-sustaining. Once you've started feeling anxiety in the mornings, you tend to feel it every morning because your body wakes up anxious for the anxiety it expects to feel. Anxiety is not a force itself. We create it. But it looks like it traps us because we keep behaving anxiously and as a result keep feeling anxiety. There is nothing we can do to stop cortisol from rising slightly in the morning, but there are steps we can take to lower our cortisol overall. And if we do, it will not peak as high. So, what do we do about it? First and foremost, it's important to take a deep breath and realize that anxiety is temporary. Second, be prepared. Anxiety may be worsened by the long list of tasks you need to complete. Preparing yourself for what lies ahead will take some of the anxiety away. So, for example, take the time on Sunday evening to make the transition to a new working week. This can be done with some preparations for the next day, like packing lunch or preparing clothes. Also use an agenda planner. You'll be more organized, productive, and less stressed. If you are good prepared and have a solid morning routine, you will experience a greater sense of control, which can definitely reduce feelings of anxiety. In addition, routine is repetition, and repetition is soothing. Invest in your sleep hygiene, because people with anxiety often have sleeping problems, causing them to wake up tired. So go to bed early. Avoid stimulating activities 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. For example, watching TV, working on your computer, exercising vigorously, and drinking caffeine or alcohol. Next, what you can do is to examine your morning stresses. There may be some things in your morning routine that are anxiety-provoking. It can be even the sound of your alarm that causes a rush of adrenaline through your veins. In this case, just change your alarm to another one which wakes you up with soothing sounds of music. Then take at least 5 minutes to pay attention to your thoughts and feelings. A good way to do this is a breathing exercise, short self-hypnosis session, meditation, prayer, or mindfulness. They will help you to start your day grounded. Give yourself time to wake up and to order your thoughts. Say something positive to yourself, using positive affirmations, like I am excited for this day, or I am strong and I can do it. Another great way to minimize your stress level in the morning is exercise. Moving your body in the morning is helpful because it lowers your heightened cortisol levels. In this way, you can convert your stress in energy. But if you don't have time in the morning or you are not a morning person, it's okay. You can jog around your house while getting dressed, dance in the kitchen, making breakfast, take the stairs instead of the elevator, or walk to the bus stop. Engaging in regular exercise at any time is associated with a low risk for anxiety. Even walking is really helpful. There is a link between diet and anxiety. What we eat has the potential to either trigger or ease anxiety. It can be helpful to cut back on caffeine and sugar, as they often cause physiological responses that mimic anxiety. But don't skip breakfast. Low blood sugar can provoke feelings of anxiety. Choose fruits, vegetables, food rich in omega-3 fats and low glycemic index carbs that won't spike insulin levels. Incorporating foods with magnesium have been shown to help reduce anxiety. For example, these are nuts, whole grains, and even very dark chocolate. And finally, look critically at your overall stress level. Because when your day is stressful, your anxiety increases as a result. So look critically at what causes this stress and what can you do about it. Do you have relationship troubles or problems at work? Or you are not doing enough things which make you happy? It's possible you need to work on your boundaries or you need better organization. Many people who suffer from morning anxiety also have a problem with negative thinking and may even not realize this. If you are waking up assuming that your day is going to be stressful, you will experience anxiety as a result. If so, try some positive thinking exercises. However, you need to commit to them. They do not work right away. One of these things is positive journaling. You write down only positive things that have happened to you or will happen to you. This method helps you to force yourself to think of positive things. Over time, your brain will say, "I've got it." Positive thoughts will cause less worrying and therefore negative thoughts, and you'll start to see positive things more often during the day. What is also very important to know is that you are never alone with fear. It's a normal feeling, but for some people it's just too much. Professional help is definitely recommended. That's all for today. If you found this information useful, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and to share this information. You never know who will need it. Take care. See you next time.